Die with Zero was written by Bill Perkins. He is an American hedge fund manager and entrepreneur, known for his love of high-stakes poker games and bold life choices. In this book, he shares his personal philosophy on how to live a more satisfying life by making the most of both your time and your money. His main message is that we shouldn't just work and save without purpose. Instead, we should focus on creating meaningful memories, enjoying rewarding experiences, and making sure we aren't simply leaving our savings untouched by the time our lives come to an end. One of the first key ideas in the book is that you only live once, so you should make good use of your money while you have the health and energy to enjoy it. Perkins argues that many people save too much for retirement or for a distant future they may never fully experience. When we are older, we might not have enough strength or interest to travel, try new sports, or enjoy certain hobbies. By the time we actually feel safe spending our nest egg, it might be too late to gain the same level of excitement or satisfaction. In his view, holding back on spending until very late in life is a missed opportunity to create cherished moments that will stay with you forever. Another important lesson is that we need to think about the different stages of our lives as time buckets. Perkins encourages readers to break their lives into blocks of time, such as their 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on, and decide what experiences would be best suited for each period. For example, in your younger years, you might have the energy to hike across countries, learn extreme sports, or attend big music festivals. Later on, your interests might turn to starting a business, raising a family, or pursuing more peaceful hobbies. By planning in these blocks, you become more aware that certain activities are more suitable for one stage of life than another. This way, you don't fall into the trap of putting everything off until your 60s when you might not have the health or drive to do them. Perkins also talks about the importance of making memories, which he believes are a form of real wealth. Money by itself isn't what makes you happy. It's the adventures and personal connections that matter most. A trip around the world, a memorable night out with friends, or a family reunion can remain with you in vivid detail, even if the money you spent is long gone. These experiences, he suggests, can bring lasting happiness that carries on long after the event is over. In other words, while saving money can keep you safe, using some of it to build beautiful moments can enrich your entire life. A large part of Perkins's message is about being more thoughtful with how you handle your finances. This doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind and spend all your money recklessly. Instead, he suggests aiming for an optimal amount of saving and spending that will allow you to both enjoy your younger years and still have enough for the later stages of life. To do this, you can estimate how much money you'll need to cover basic needs or emergencies, and then see how much of the rest you can use to create experiences and memories now. Perkins is aware that some people might worry about running out of money. He doesn't encourage anyone to gamble away their future. Instead, he recommends planning so carefully that you feel comfortable using your resources. For instance, once you know how much you'll need for retirement or for your children's education, you can choose to spend some of the rest on important moments like celebrating big family events or going on meaningful travels. This approach allows you to live without a fear-driven mindset, yet still have a backup in case life throws you an unexpected challenge. Another idea that stands out is his advice to give gifts or financial help to loved ones while you are still alive. He questions why many people wait until after they pass away to donate money to charities or offer inheritance to their children. If you give when you're still around, you get to see the difference your generosity makes in other people's lives, and you share in the joy it brings. This can be more fulfilling than leaving all your money to be distributed once you're gone, especially because you can't witness the positive impact at that point. This doesn't only apply to large fortunes. It can be as simple as helping a friend who needs support for a new project or taking a loved one on a special trip. In each case, you benefit from knowing your money was used in a meaningful way. A further core principle involves rethinking how we measure success. Perkins argues that people often focus too much on building wealth rather than thinking about how to best use it. There is a cultural belief that being rich means you've made it, but he thinks we should judge personal success by how happy, fulfilled, and full of life our days are. He reminds us that once our basic needs are covered, like food, shelter, and some financial security, additional piles of money don't necessarily make us happier. Instead, spending time with people we love, learning new skills, and enjoying experiences that shape our identity can bring greater meaning to our lives. Throughout the book, Perkins also challenges readers to be bold and proactive. He says there is no point in delaying our dreams until everything is perfect. Instead, he encourages us to think carefully, plan, and then take action, because our time on Earth isn't endless. If there's a trip you've always wanted to take, or an activity you've always wanted to try, it might be better to start preparing and doing it now. Waiting too long might cause regrets later when you no longer have the motivation or physical ability. His overall style is warm, but also direct. He wants us to think about the fact that life doesn't last forever in a healthy way. Not to be gloomy, but to help us appreciate that our time is truly the most precious thing we have. If we understand our limited time, we're more likely to live each day with a sense of purpose. That doesn't mean every moment must be thrilling, but it does mean that we should be mindful about how we use our hours. In the end, the main takeaway from Die with Zero is that money should be a tool, not the centerpiece of our existence. By being clear about what we want out of life, we can better use our resources to seek out experiences that help us grow, share our wealth with people or causes we care about, and avoid reaching the end of our lives with regret. Perkins assures us that it's possible to be both responsible and adventurous if we plan wisely and remember that our life's journey is about more than just building a massive bank account. This perspective can feel refreshing and can inspire you to revisit your current financial approach. If you tend to save out of habit without thinking about your bigger goals or the memories you want to create, you might find yourself rethinking those old patterns. And if you've been nervous about spending on something meaningful, you might feel encouraged to consider the true cost of not doing so, which might be missing out on a life-changing experience. With this mindset, you could feel more confident planning a dream trip, starting a unique hobby, or gifting money to help a loved one follow their passion. In short, Die with Zero offers a positive and motivating reminder that we can shape our lives in an exciting way by using money to create moments that add richness and value to our years. Instead of waiting until retirement, or worse, never getting around to it, we can plan carefully, act bravely, and focus on experiences that bring happiness and growth. Bill Perkins' central point is that when we align our money with our deepest desires and seize the moments that truly matter, we're more likely to look back on our lives with satisfaction and contentment, knowing we have truly lived.